Hello everyone, welcome back to Zaki number 2. I just want to say very quickly that in this video I am in fact using the custom games to figure out and learn about the map in general. Unfortunately, I'm an absolute noob when it comes to custom games, both in combat but also with actually using it in terms of the settings and the options that are available. So whilst I complain about stuff that isn't necessarily in the game, I'm also a bit of a numbnut and forget that there are options to change certain settings. So if I'm complaining about that, at least you know that I know in hindsight I could have made this a lot easier for myself. And also, in case you're not watching this on Valorant Hub, which you're not because you're watching this on Zaki number 2 right now, don't miss out. I'm doing a giveaway on Twitter on @Valorant Hub with 2 B's in the description and in the pinned comment, of course. Make sure that if you would like to win that, you check it out. But with that being said, enjoy the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. This is Zaki number 2, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at the brand new ICEBOX map. As you can see right here, we have the ICEBOX map available to us. We're on the server, Frankfurt server, etc. I'm going to click start right now, and we're just going to get straight into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is that if you're watching this on Valorant Hub, that means that you're watching without a face cam. And that's because on my other channel, which I do have a face cam on, pretty much the exact same video, except for as you can see me on my Zaki number 2 channel. Hi, how's it going? That made no sense to you, of course, if you're on Valorant Hub because you can't see me, but regardless, this is what I look like if you're watching me on Zaki number 2, and that's going to get a bit complicated. So all I'm going to say is that if you do want to see the other version of this video, which is basically the exact same video but with a face cam instead, as I'm looking into the camera right now, then it's in the pinned comment. You can check it out. If you would prefer watching this video without a face cam though, then by all means, this is what it is. But this right here is, in fact, ICEBOX. I can't believe that we actually get to do this. I can't believe it. And I gotta say right now, such a big thank you to Riot Games for doing this, for giving us early access and stuff. It is absolutely incredible. I'm still trying to make sure that I'm adhering to the rules, and I definitely have adhered to the rules, obviously. But in terms of, it's a bit weird recording this knowing that I can't upload it for like 3-4 days, but regardless. So this is what we see right now, and I'm obviously using the new Agent Sky in this video. But in this video, I basically want to do some exploration of the map itself. This isn't a tips and tricks video, I don't think, at least it shouldn't be. And it's not specifically a video about Sky. What this is we're going to be taking a look at a fairly deep look, I should say. And it may even last quite a while, of what we see in this ICEBOX map, because last night I was taking a very good look at it and there was so much to look at. I've taken a lot of screenshots. I know roughly what I'm looking for and stuff like that for a lot of lore. And the reason why we stayed so far in this spawn point rather than going anywhere is actually because the first stuff that I want to look at starts off at the spawn point. So to start off with, obviously we have all of this. Now, one thing I've noticed when it comes to Valorant lore and gaming lore in general is that there are certain things that are completely you can't read. So that's obviously meant to be some sort of lettering, but you can't see it, you can't read it. However, certain things are actually legible that you can read. So the first thing that we're going to look at is in the spawn. If we're sort of just spawn like this, taking a right, we can see what looks like some sort of info. I mean, honestly, this, when I first see this, I think of space. I think of some sort of orbiting solar system type of thing. Left. The timer is going to be really irritating. Now, this is stuff that I'm really interested though. This looks, obviously, there's the arm, there's the legs, there's the torso, and there's the head. So that is clearly some sort of figure. Is it an agent? We don't know, but there's something going on here. 10 seconds left. Please stop telling me how many seconds I have left. We're going to spawn right back here anyway. Then this right here, we have this whole like desk. We have a bit of what looks like small radianite cubes. We actually have seen we actually have seen this right here. We've seen this. Can I use it or not yet? Is that going to give me the same zoom? No, it's not. Okay, let's go back to just having a thingy. So we've seen this. I think I've seen this at part of Bind, basically, which I'll try and put a graphic in or something to show. But we definitely see that on at B on Bind. Then we have what looks like a walkie-talkie. We have a map, maybe it looks like, and we have some other documents around here. And then to the left, we obviously have a screen that has the Kingdom research logo there with sort of a control pad. But of course, right here, we have what I think I'm trying to look at it right now. I'm wondering, is this where all the agents are from? Because that right there is Australia, it looks like, which of course Sky is from. I'm trying to consider, because we have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 notepads or 6 sort of locations there. But we have what, 12 agents now. So that's something that I might take a look at a bit later on. And then of course here we have the card that we were looking at in at the end of Act 2 thumbnail, where we showed this. Of course, this is the last, I believe, card or whatever in Act 2, basically. Although I noticed that we don't actually see the 2 people that we've seen before. I think it was Viper and Omen potentially walking up to this Radianite stone. We do, however, have the Experiment X011 there, and that's basically everything we have from a lore point of view, from what I could see at the spawn point. And this is obviously before we even look at this whole entire map. So really interesting stuff, but of course we only have 15 seconds. So let's just have a quick continue looking in here, and then after that, I think what we'll probably do, we'll either go left or right, and I'll decide that very soon. I think we might go left, but regardless, this is what things look like right now. And there we go. I also decided that what we're going to do is we're going to lose as much as we can, basically prolong this game as long as possible. It would be really helpful, and I know Riot already knows that we need this, but it would be really helpful if we could have, whatchamacallit, if we could have theater mode in a really good way, because even as of right now, the only cinematics I've been able to get is when I've been in observer mode with other with people within this group playing. So it's not ideal, but it is what it is. And if Sky, if you could be quiet for a second, that would be awesome. So we're gonna go left to start with. Now what we see right here is clearly the ship, and then we have what looks like a lot of ice basically in between the ship and the land. We have a kingdom box or crate right here, and there's a lot of those around, as you'll see. And then obviously we have the bigger crates, the proper crates sort of there. This looks like some sort of door that can be opened, but we can't open it in this game. And then right here is an example of what potentially could be lettering in Valorant, but we can't read it. Of course, we have got Kingdom Shipping Co. right here, and then we have what looks like, what is that? That's the first time I've noticed that. So it looks like, let me turn myself down a little bit with the microphone. I think I'm peaking a bit. What it looks like is that we have a teddy bear with a beer, I think. Actually, now I think of it, and then we have another plush toy there. It kind of looks like they've had a bit too much of a drink, you know? Anyway, that being said, then we have more kingdom stuff here, but we can't really read any of it. We have more crates, basically a lot of storage going on, and then the kingdom logo here. Some nice lighting up here with
30 seconds
also
left.
Crates up here. Bro, this 30 seconds thing is going to... It was annoying yesterday, but it wasn't as bad because I wasn't trying to make a video yesterday. I was trying to explore. So anyway, let's not forget all this stuff. So we have all this different information in terms of max growth, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, gross weight potentially, kilograms and
10
pounds.
seconds left.
Then we have all these other things, but these don't really have anything to do, I don't think, too much with the lore of the game. 2 seconds to go. Let's just let it go, and then we'll go back to the spawn point. This is why we need a theater mode. This is why we need a theater mode. I don't want to go off too much on it though, because
we move as a unit, okay?
I can only imagine
Last thing I need is some hero messing things up.
I can only imagine that the right devs hear enough of the feedback. So I don't want to add to that, you know. I don't want to add to that. But so far, what we've looked at is the spawn point. We've looked literally at one room, and like this, like we have so much to go.
Don't let me down now, yeah?
Can I turn her off? For that one. I'm going to eventually make a video showing all the voice lines, so don't worry, you'll hear them all. Hopefully that did the trick. So I can't see. That looks like what? That's got a cape, maybe. That's a hero potentially, or something. Maybe a cape, but I can't see what that is. Actually, now that I think of it, a very common, not that it makes sense here, but a very common theme throughout this map is no snowmen. But I'll show you that later on. So we have approved for transport under custom seal. CC7SG4 3JP5. Now, of course, some of this could be throwing us for a loop, but some of it might actually be very handy information later on. So these are the things, of course, when we're looking at lore later on, and that's something I want to say now, actually. Lore within this game, I think, is going to be, and I've already said this multiple times, so it's not new news to you if you've been subscribed to the channel for a while, but I genuinely think lore is going to be one of the most core and pillar parts of this game. And I think that, you know, this map is very, very rich with lore. We've only gone over a very small amount so far, so it's very, very exciting. Manufactured by Kingdom Manufacture, managed and operated, typo there, by the Kingdom Corp. 1, 2, so, and then we have an address here. So I'm going to have a look at this, see what the address of that is. I would imagine that it's not a real address, but we should have a look anyway. Not alloy component treatment, safety approval, and then we have again more information, which all of this is codes that I should Google at some point, and we can take a look at exactly. Honestly, I have Googled a lot of what we've seen already in this map, but like this sticker right here, I haven't even seen this sticker before. And as you can tell, I'm really this is going to be a long video because I'm going to be taking very close look at pretty much everything. I want this to be a video. This isn't a tips and tricks video. This is really meant to be a let's have a really close look at the map and see exactly what we can find. And I'm very, very excited for that, honestly. Okay, so because it's a longer video, I'm going to maybe chill out a little bit, have a glass of water. There we go. I feel hydrated now, and now we can go back to the lore looking at. So I think we've pretty much looked at this enough. Do not be a okay, so no sleeping, don't fall, don't be a poop stain, and climb on the container. Injury from being a poop stain may occur. And then we have what looks like, what does that say? That looks like maybe Russian lettering to me, or maybe it's just I can't read it very easily. Regardless, so it doesn't matter. Well, it may matter, but not right now. So we're not going to look at every single crate label, obviously, but I thought that would be kind of interesting for you to see. Is there anything different, or is it all the same pretty much? I think it all pretty much might be the same thing. Yep, okay. So we have these crates. We have lots of Kingdom Shipping Co. We have all the information on them, and that's pretty much that. Then we have what looks like, what's this right here? So this looks like some machinery, I think, that will... Okay, so this lifts the crates up. I believe it sort of like carries them or something. And one thing I've noticed is that this map, like a lot of others, looks like it's literally frozen in time, right? Because obviously we have all this sort of... You know, we have the Northern Lights, we have all this sort of snow blowing about in the air. But then when we have a look at this right here, this ship... It does look like a crash, by all means, but it also looks like it's sort of mid-action. And there are other parts of the map that also look mid-action, which I'll show you later on. But as of course, now we're going to have to wait. 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'll accept my fate of having to go back to the flipping spawn. Keep the crate work. The crate work. Okay, so there is stuff over there. But honestly, a lot of that is crates, right? So we're going to go right now. And then we're going to, well, I'll show you what we'll do when we're doing it. But I think a lot of that is duplicate information, i.e. a lot of crates with the same labels. And there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to research once this has come out. In terms of stuff like, you know, the address that's listed on the crates and stuff like that. Because it might be something towards the lore that we don't know about. So going into here right now, this is sort of like, from what I've seen, sort of the research facility, and also where a lot of radianite gets stored potentially. So right here we have some heavy machinery that looks like it sort of goes towards I'm trying to think now. So we have like sort of smoke or steam right here, and this is maybe some sort of, I don't know, wiring basically for the building. Right here we have what looks like radianite, I think. So that's radianite potentially. And then we have another radianite box here. Not sure what that is, but one thing I have noticed, and you'll see this a lot on this map, is the percentage, 87% maximum capacity. You're going to see that a lot in this video, especially in this part of the map. So we have a lot of 87 maximum capacities, and we have, again, other words that we can't really make out. I have actually taken screenshots of a lot of what we're seeing in this building, and used photo enhancing software to try and find what the words say, but a lot of it really is just pixels. Of course, here we have the Kingdom Corporation logo. Please don't freeze, Valorant. And then right here, this of course, this is obviously a site. Basically, this is one part of the map where, you know, basically the attackers or myself, basically, I need to put a spike all the way over there. But there's not really loads to look at here as far as obviously design. We have, wow, 10 seconds, bloody. This is so irritating. This is so irritating. I mean, I appreciate you, Valorant, but there's got to be a better way than this, surely. I haven't done this type of video, I don't think, ever on either Valorant Hub or Zaki number 2. So I don't know the best practices, let's say, when it comes to exploring and showing lore. A lot of what I do is show you news, but I've said plenty of times, I think, but maybe I haven't publicly, I don't know. But this channel isn't just going to be a news channel. It's a news channel right now because that's the easiest thing and the fastest thing and the most valuable thing that I can do with my skill set right now. But this really is, as time goes on, going to be a hub for Valorant, and I hope that, as you can see me doing this sort of thing, the walkthrough basically, that you can see that. So as it says right here, let's have a look at that real quick. So that's Kingdom something 03, it looks like. We have a door here, but we can't open it. But then around here, in this room, is quite interesting, right? I'm actually really looking forward to showing you this building, this whole building, and another building outside, because I found some really interesting and weird stuff last night that I'm going to be looking at. So for one, actually, I really wish that I'd bought an operator, because I've used the operator to look at some really interesting stuff. So we'll have to look at that at the next round, because the way that you can zoom in is very helpful. Now, obviously, we have very similar graphics here as to what we had literally over there, basically. But what we do have, and you can't really see it with the pistol, but if you scope in on here, you can actually see that this paper right here with the lamp shining onto it actually looks like a face with a suit on it, with a suit underneath, almost like a portrait painting or a portrait picture, basically. Which of course you can't really see too well here. You might be able to, I mean, I can see it because I've seen it already, but essentially this is the head, this is the tie, and this is the suit, but you really can't see that very easily. So I'm going to leave that for now, and once we have the operator, which I should have next round, or I don't know if I will, because I've lost a lot of these rounds. Tell you what, let's get a victory. Let's get a victory, why not? At least maybe we'll get any credits from this. Hopefully. As we can see here, more crates. Got the Kingdom crates. How long have we been recording? Almost 20 minutes. Perfect. This is going to be a long video. For all I know, it could be an hour. I mean, I spent literally like an hour, 2 hours last night after playing, you know, and figuring out Sky and doing some other editing work. And there's a lot. I don't know. I mean, by the time that I'm uploading this, I can probably pretty much say everything. But there's a lot that's been going on in the past day. Yesterday was such a big day. So much going on. So it was such a, honestly, I want to say it again. Thank you so much to Riot for doing this, because this has been so incredibly helpful. It's also not that I was lacking in it before, but it's also definitely made me feel a lot better about covering Valorant. Being able to, you know, being given certain tools to work with, it's been really, really helpful, and really it inspired me to do more with this. I wouldn't have been able to do what I'm doing right now, showing you all of this at this specific time at least, if they hadn't given us access. So I truly appreciate it. That being said, now we have the operator, so that's a really good start, because now I want to show you some stuff that I've zoomed in on. As you can see, that's the thing that I was talking about with the snowman. There's a lot of that sort of don't build snowman stuff. Keep up the great work again. But let's go over. Hold up, what's in here? I have never seen this part before. Hold up. What's in here? Can we see anything? What is that? I bet with observer mode I could probably see inside there. I'm gonna have a look at that later and report back. But anyway, now let's go back to this room, because I want to show out. I want to show you this. Okay. Tell me that this is not a tie, this is not a shirt, this is not some sort of jacket, and that is not some sort of person with, you know, an eye there, and sort of, you know, the shape basically is a face with a suit and tie. And what this actually made me think of, and I see a bit more of this later on in the video. I see, basically what I'm saying is that later on in the video we're going to see more of this. I think that the I can't remember which name it is. I don't know if it's Shatter or Crusader. I know that those are names of agents that technically aren't going to be in the game or whatever it is, but I've seen a few of the same look, basically the same agent look in a different part of the thing. Now, in a bit, I'm going to show you this room. And this room, when I first saw this, I was a little creeped out. And you're going to understand why. I'm going to actually plant the spike right now so I can get, not that I'm going to not have the operator, but may as well get the win. But yeah, in this room, it's a bit flipping weird. And all I'm going to say to start that off with is that, my friends, is a leg. Yeah. What a great start, right? What a great start. I'm just gonna wait for this spike to go, and I'm also turning down the game volume because that was way too loud. Think outside the box right here, and eventually we will go over here, of course, and we'll look. I'm very excited to look into this building right here because there's a lot going on in here. Oh crap. Totally forgot about the fact that I would probably die if I stood there. But oh well. We got the operator. That's all we needed. Can I? Well, that's free, so that's not going to help me. Oh well. That's fine. Let's go back to where we were. I'm going to show you that room with the leg. Honestly, when I first saw it, I genuinely thought to myself, what is right not what is right doing, but it was just an interesting find, basically. An interesting find. More Kingdom Corporation crates over there. Let's not waste any time. We only have 1 minute 38, and we all know how quickly that can go, and suddenly the beeping starts and it gets worrying and stuff. Obviously here, this is one. I'll do an actual map guide at some point, but this right here is obviously one of the alt points. There's two of them I found on this map, but now we're gonna have a look inside this room right here. See what I'm talking about? What is this? I've actually like taken screenshots and stuff and like zoomed in. I still can't tell what this is. I mean, obviously it's some sort of maybe person. That looks like a helmet actually, now that I think of it. That kind of looks like a helmet. So are they basically taking the person's head off? And then what is that part then? Is that, because that's normally where like an arm might be. But then I can't tell what that texture is. And it's a bit difficult to tell as well because of the lighting. But this is sort of the, what looks like torso maybe. Yeah, that's like the torso, I think. Then that's the lower body. That's the legs. And then there's no arms. But as you can see, the legs are actually, well, it looks like being chained maybe down to this board. So it's, you know, clearly an examining thing. It's a bit interesting. And then we have these, I don't know what these are. I absolutely have no idea what these are. And that's something we've seen in the reveal trailer that I've spoken to you about today. I hope I've published the reveal trailer by now. I should probably check that actually, because that has been publicly announced now. And then here we have more of the same graphic that we've seen before and other things that really doesn't give us any information because we don't have any wording there. So let me just double check actually that I have in fact uploaded the video by now, and I haven't, so that's a good thing that I checked that. Okay, so now that the video has been made public, we can get back to the tour of this map, and unfortunately now I only have 37 seconds, 35, 34 seconds left of this round, and this is getting a bit tiring now of having to go back to the same flipping spawn point, but there you go. So it says here, research in progress, danger, so this is clearly the research facility of Kingdom. It looks like Kingdom Corp, with workers that are usually here, but of course for some reason they're not here right now, and of course we'll see why that is, I'm sure, later on with more lore coming out and stuff. But I've basically thrown away this round, so we'll get back to it in this next round now. Okay, and we're back. 27 seconds to go. Yeah, I would love if there was a better format for this. I apologize. But this is sort of, you know, certain videos are going to be like this. Certain videos, let me get a drink. Certain videos are going to be like this, where it's not going to be flash, quick editing, you know, back and forth, you know, whatever. Some videos are going to be a kind of more sit-down conversation, just talking about what we're seeing. So I would go that way, but honestly, it's the same for everything else that we're seeing as far as the crates are concerned. So I'm going to go this way because I want to reveal everything to you in a certain order. So we've gone through here already. We've gone through all this. We've seen all of this. We've seen, obviously, into that room right here, but let's just have another quick look at it. So obviously, kingdom stuff, but we can't read what's in there. Can't read any of it whatsoever. Just something weird going on there. But now let's go further. Now, this, for example, right? So, what's this? What's that about? Why is it A? I want to know that. And I find the think outside the box quite interesting too. But moving on, again, no snowmen thing. Now, one thing I noticed, which we can't actually go into in terms of we can't go there, but this is also interesting. Obviously, it doesn't really give us many clues, but still an interesting alley that I noticed a bit earlier today or yesterday even. But now let's go into here, because this right here. So I want to say this is this is very interesting, but more so when we go in here. This is a very interesting building with a lot of stuff that I want to look at. That we'll probably look at once I'm in the defenders position, because then we can just sort of spawn back here and go into there each time. But let's have a quick look at here for example right now. So here we have, and we actually saw this. Gosh, we saw this in the reveal trailer, and I sort of spoke about it, but I only spoke about what we could see in the trailer because, of course, you know, I could basically only speak about what had already been public information, which sucks, but, you know, that's the way that it goes, and it makes sense that that's how it goes. But this right here is, in fact, of course, the spawn point. Last round before the swap, that works for me. That is the spawn point, as you can see right here. This is the attacker spawn point. Let's get the spike. Bang. I might actually plant the spike this time so that we can prolong the game a little bit, so that we can then look at the defenders spawn without any worries. So let's be quick. Let's go. Unfortunately, I don't have the right hotkeys on, so this is a bit awkward for me, but there you go. Bang. Okay, now we've set that. We set a timer, which means that now, basically, when we're looking at this, of course, we'll be able to, take a look. I'm gonna see actually if I do that, maybe I can. We'll see. Actually, that's an interesting test. We'll see if I can pick that up when I get into defenders now. But as you can see here, we have Radianite. We have a door. So I'm assuming that maybe Radianite could be moved into here. Am I too close to the spike? I don't know. That would be an interesting test. Let's see where the spike actually ends up exploding. I mean, I can't even hear them. Sorry, I can't even hear the spike, so it should be okay. Let's have a look. Yeah, okay, so that's where, okay, that makes sense. That works. That's actually quite good then, so that the spawn doesn't get hit by the thing. Oh no, my operator. Okay. Well, it'd be like that. That's fine. Anyway, so right now, as we can see, what looks like boxes in there, but we can't really see what's inside there. There's obviously a door there. And these, I think, are stairs or an escalator potentially. I think it's probably stairs, though. That goes up to obviously somewhere where we don't know. And then there's Radianite that both sort of lights up the area a bit, but also might just be storage for it. I'm not quite sure. Regardless, so that's basically what we have, I think. Having a quick look around, quick scan. Intruder alert. That's okay. I actually didn't even notice that. So what's... Okay. That's something I want to talk about later on, because that's just made me think of something. But we'll talk about that in a bit. So let's go into this building, because honestly, this is the building that I'm most excited for. But I only decided to start this now is because obviously we spawned there now, so a lot easier to come back here. So this right here, I think, is the research lab. And then that I think is more of both a research lab, but also like a practical, whatever you like, experiments going on and stuff like that. I don't know. Anyway, this sort of seems, and we actually literally just spoke about this in a video today, but of course, like I say, couldn't speak about actually, playing it as such. This right here is basically the communal area, it seems. So obviously you have your fridge, you have your cartons of milk and juice, potentially some butter, looks like. Don't know what that is, but okay. And then we have some alcohol, potentially, at least they're bottles or something. And then right here we have more sort of what looks like health and safety stuff. These are bins, it looks like. We got the bowl, the mug, and the plate with a couple of forks and some more stuff. So this is definitely, the communal area right here. We have a nice plant there. And then right here we have, now this is what interested me. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a sniper. Once I do have a sniper, which should be soon, then we can take a look at this. But as you can see here, it says whoever is making snowmen stop. No snowmen. So that's quite interesting. No, I don't know if there's any significance to this whole snowman thing, but it keeps popping up. So I wonder if that's going to be a significant part of the storyline. And also, so this is the thing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sheets here. And only 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 1, 2, yeah, basically 5, I would say. Yeah, 5 of these are things that we can actually look at. So let's go back to it real quick. And actually, before we do that, can I buy an operator yet? Oh, I'm so close. Well, I will be so close at least. Okay, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. So we have here... Oh, actually, that's closer. I didn't realize I could jump up here. Okay, that works. We have whoever is making snowmen stop. That. Welcome to... And this is something that I couldn't quite get my head around. What this says. L-I-V-E... Live R-I-K, is it? I can't really see it. And then future, I think that says. So live something future. Welcome to kingdom. Live something future. I honestly don't know. And then here we have, I absolutely have no idea, but this looks like a sort of drone type of thing that could maybe fly. That's not the nano thing, is it? No, I don't think so. But it's difficult to tell. Obviously we have pizza here. Actually looks kind of good. I mean, it doesn't, but it kind of does at the same time. Anyway, and then we have this TV, and this is huge, this TV. This is my favorite part potentially about this entire map in terms of lore. Unfortunately, we can't look at it with a sniper right now, which is very annoying because, but we'll deal with it. So we have here announcements, and I've looked at this screen for like at least half an hour. Announcements, weather, lunch menu, employee of the month, and social events. Spoiler alert, employee of the month is Pool. Anyway, right now we're on weather. We have minus 24, 25, 26. So very cold weather, obviously. Congratulations, Pool, employee of the month. I want to talk about this right here later on, this suit. But then we have First Strike, December 3rd. We all know what First Strike is. I spoke about that in the video about a few days ago. No, we're 3 seconds away. Oh, no. Okay, well, whatever. We'll have an operator soon, so that works. That's fine. Yeah. I wanted to start my next train of thought, but I thought I've got like less than a second before I have to go back. Okay, here we are. Actually, operator time. Let's go. Awesome. Now I actually have some zoom in capabilities. So let's actually have a quick look and see what this says. I live right. That's even more difficult with the scope, I think. I think that says future, but I can't see what it says after live. I can't see that. Anyway, let's go back to this. So we have the announcement. Snowmen found on premises will be something. I can't remember what it was. I did find it yesterday, but yeah. Obviously, we have my Hawaii cam here. I don't know why we have a Hawaii cam there. That's something interesting. Now this... Bruh, when I saw this, I was so excited. I was so excited because that is that's right. Found on will be whatever. It's very difficult because I can't control this thing, so it just sort of changes by itself. Now I've screenshotted this a couple of times, but essentially that says that new free. That's all I could really read. Obviously well, you could see before it also says first strike on there, but the one thing that interests me the most is what looks to me like a new agent, or at least a different agent, an agent that we haven't seen before, and actually an agent that I think I've seen a lot on Google Images, but I think it's meant to be Shatter. I can't remember. It's either Shatter or Crusader. Pardon me. But that right here is clearly a face and then a jacket. Unfortunately, it's only on for a small period of time. But there is, in fact, I believe, a future agent on the screen. And I think this is what I wanted to talk about a little bit before, is that this map, I think, and I haven't looked too much at the other maps for this as much as I should have, but it got me excited when I looked at it on this map. I think this map is going to be, it is the start of what we're going to see for lore in this game. L-O-R-E, obviously, lore, or storyline, whatever you want to call it. I think this is the start of a lot more lore coming to this game, because we have so many different clues right here, and obviously we've had clues in other maps too, but the fact is that we literally on the TV have what looks like, with almost no doubt about it really, when we see it in the next screen now, that is clearly a jacket, a t-shirt, and a head. There is no doubt, and the next right there is no doubt about it to me that is another agent coming, or at least, if not another agent, something to do with the storyline. I don't know who Paul is, but congratulations to him for being Employee of the Month. Snowman found on will be, yeah, I'll let you know what that says later on. But I think that's pretty much everything we have right here. I don't know, like I said, I don't know the significance of Hawaii. Actually, now I'm looking at it, it looks like this is sort of hacking into the camera potentially for the Hawaii cam, which is a bit odd. And I think the last thing we're going to look at is social events when that comes up. I just want to make sure that we haven't missed anything there. That's the other thing. Don't know what this is. Maybe people do already know what it is, but I haven't figured it out. Will be eradicated. That's what it said. Okay, snowmen will be eradicated. Don't know what Kingdom Corp's obsession is with snowmen, but there we go. And then, of course, this is obvious new lore. So we have jars here of something or other. Then we have some... Wow, I'm dumb. Are these microscopes? I think they're microscopes. Look, I left school like what 5 years ago, something like that. So I don't need to know what a microscope is to make a living no more. Used to have to know that in school when I was doing chemistry, but not anymore. Research in progress. We have obviously a stick man that kind of looks like the Kingdom Corp thing, but the opposite way, sort of reflected. And once we spawn back, we're going to go to this room right here, because this looks like Paul, and so does that, and so does that, and so does that. So we're going to have a good look at it now. Here we go. Let's see what these orange suits are about. How long have we been recording? 40 minutes almost. Oops. Gone too far. So, what can we see about this? I can't tell if there's anyone in these or not, if it's like a hanger for these suits, or whether or not these people are like in ice or like are being preserved basically. I can't tell. Then we have, this looks like a generator potentially that goes to that. I don't know what that's, but it looks like a grill with smoke coming out of it potentially. But we basically have, actually we have another one there. But it looks like, I think, that this is sort of powering maybe preservation devices with these people in, which to me, again, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking that something had happened pretty out of the blue, considering, you know, all of this out, where maybe they had to preserve themselves very quickly, you know? But I don't know really, I can't tell honestly. Danger. So what? Can that shoot me? I don't think so. It's just a CCTV camera, whatever. And then we have more think outside the box things. So I suppose starting to look a bit like propaganda to me a little bit. And then, okay, so we have, I don't know what's down there. We can't see it. But we also have got, like, I can't explode that, can I? no, some sort of canisters, it looks like. And now we're sort of obviously further to the left of the map, and that's fine. Have a quick look in here, because I know this is probably a place, you know, the thing is, I know is that when you're playing the game and you're focused on peeking and shooting and making sure that you don't die and everything. So looking at this stuff, you wouldn't necessarily even notice that there's a tunnel with a red light going down there. We obviously have no idea what is behind there from this point of view. But that do be like that. I think I'm also at some point, I'm probably going to open up or ask you, or if like those of you who are from Europe, only because I'm in Europe and I can't play with anyone from any other region, obviously. I'm thinking about asking for help when it comes to this stuff, when it comes to being able to use the observer tool, because I can't use theater mode. I can't, I've already been able to do some observer stuff, but that's because I've been in games with other people in this customs event. But at some point I'll be adding a lot of people before theater mode comes out, basically, so that I can actually do something. Okay, so on this side of it, or on that side, obviously you can't see down here, but on this side it actually looks like there's some underground part of this which we haven't been able to access yet within this game. So I wonder what's down there. But like I say, something is here. So this is where storage is meant to go. Danger, something is dangerous there. I don't know what though. It looks like a door that you can open. That shouldn't be there. No snowmen, right? I don't know why that's there. And then we have more sort of what looks like probably radionite containers here that I would imagine is probably going to go inside the tunnel. Okay, so now we've done that, we started. We've covered a lot already, to be honest. This is a good start. I just want to make sure I haven't missed anything. What is in here? What is that about? Okay. That's interesting. Let's keep going. Let's keep the tour going. I think at some point soon, actually, we will have finished the tour to some extent, because we've already obviously been over there. We've looked at all the crates, so that's good. And then obviously over here, we can see more crates. We can see the shipwreck. It looks like. I'm really interested to hear the story of what happened there. And I've looked at quite a lot of the map outside of this map, and I'll show it to you at some point in this video probably. But honestly, we don't have a lot. Even if we do use the observer tool, and I have, even when you do use the observer tool to, like, I don't know, move around the place, and you can actually move quite far away from this specific area. You can get quite far with the observer tool. You can actually, at least with this build, we can actually get like as far as those mountains even, and a little bit further sometimes. From what I remember, I did it yesterday, so I can't remember specifically. But you can also actually, let's see if I can get there fast, so that we have a bit of time to look at it before the timer runs out. But also, gosh, gotta move fast. What's over there? Gotta move fast. Okay. So with the observer tool, we can also see, you can go very, very far into those mountains. I mean, I say very far, I mean further than I expected. You can't literally go over those mountains, but you can definitely reach those mountains. And actually, I got a really nice camera shot with going over those mountains. And actually, you can't even see it here, but you can actually see the glow of the sun over the ship with the observer tool. So that's quite interesting, but regardless, we can't do that right now, so not going to try and show you. Regardless, so now I'm trying to think, because we've covered quite a lot here. We've covered a lot of the space basically within this map, and I'm trying to think now if there's much more that we haven't looked at. There's a penguin right there. Look at him. I wonder what he's got on his back there. Looks like I have absolutely no idea. It will be interesting to see how they tie us into the lore of the game, but this is the thing, is that I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how and what we see now at the end of the year, because I do truly think, and I genuinely haven't been given any information about the lore specifically, especially with this map or anything like that. But it'll be really interesting, I think, to see what we see now coming up over the next couple months. Really, I expect to see at least 1 or 2 potentially shorts, and hopefully get something more to see of the storyline that we haven't yet seen, because I've spoken about it a lot of times. That is something that I'm very, very excited about. That being said, though, I think we've pretty much seen most of this. I do want to cover the mid part of the map, even though it's stuff that we've already seen in terms of we've seen a lot of crates around. I haven't actually gone to the middle part of the map, so I don't want you to think, or I don't want you to feel like you've missed out in this video. So that's what we're going to do now. And then I think after that, I think we've pretty much covered everything. We've covered both spawn points. We've covered quite extensively, I would say, this building and this building now. Let's have a quick go through here. Of course, all we have is the information of these crates. We have same thing. We've already looked over there. We're going to see what looks like probably the weather in a second there. Yep. I think, no, that's not a date. I was trying to look to see if that was a date, but no, it's not. Oh, my bad. We're going into the center of the map, aren't we? But I mean, as you can see, this is basically the map. Basically, this is what I think we've pretty much just checking to see if there's anything we've missed. I don't think there is really. But of course, when we have more, I suppose, I'll be letting you know. I'm just trying to see. I don't think there is anything else that we've missed out, which I'm really happy about, because I wanted to cover pretty much everything. I know there'll be something that I've missed, but I can't see anything specifically for now. Let's check around here. We've already seen that room, seen that. Okay, I mean, that's something we haven't really looked at too much, but it's actually, I have looked at that with you, but in the reveal video. That looks like some sort of animal. There's the eye. Yeah, that's definitely an animal. There's the eyes. That's one eye. That's an ear. That's one eye. That's the nose. There's the eye. There's the other ear. So that's definitely, I don't know what that's about. We can't see inside there at all. But maybe that animal drawing that we saw is representative of what's actually inside those orange tanks as such. Okay, so I think this will soon be it. At the end of this, we've basically taken up all the time that a custom game can give us, and we've actually almost been recording for an hour now. Some of that, of course, will have been me posting the video, but very small amount of it, maybe a minute or so at most. I do also wonder what these numbers are actually for, but of course, there is no way pretty much of us telling what 410 means. Interesting. Anyway, let's have a look in here real quick. Try and get up here. Yeah. I think we've gone through that, haven't we? Yeah, we've gone through that. We've definitely gone through that. Damn it. I'm trying to see. Well, you can see what I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if what's over there. There's a pipe here, pipe there, and there's definitely something in there. I wish I was using jet right now, because you can't actually jump up that, it looks like. So that's that. What's over here? What are these? Now I'm actually looking for stuff that I haven't already seen, by the way. Everything that I've pretty much showed you so far is stuff that I've already seen that I just wanted to show you anyway. But I think this might be it, to be honest with you. That being said, now what I'm probably going to do, I'm going to also show you, of course, some gameplay, some of my own gameplay of me playing in this map. Most likely I'm not the best player, and that's something that you should be aware of right now. Actually, I don't show you any of my gameplay generally, because I don't play the game that often. I mean, I do play the game, and let's be very clear, I play the game quite often. I just don't play it anywhere near to the level of most people, because a lot of the time I'm editing or I'm working on a project. A lot of my work is based around not actually playing the game. A lot of my work, in comparison to any other job, I play games a lot, because for clear reasons. But compared to other people who make a living from talking about playing video games and stuff like that, I don't play the game as much as others do. which means therefore that I'm not going to be as good as others are. And the other thing to bear in mind is that a lot of people who are on this custom thing are pretty good at the game. You know, a few Radiant players, a few basically of the top players in the world, basically. So you know, it'd be like that. I don't mind though, but regardless, I will show you some gameplay, and also on my Zaki number 2 channel, I'll obviously show you my first games on the, you know, on the thing. Of course, you can see me right now anyway. If you're watching me on Zaki number 2, you can see my face cam, you can see what I'm looking at, and you can see that I'm looking at you, or at least I'm looking at the lens. But that being said, I think that's everything I wanted to cover in this video. We've looked at almost, and I think pretty much everything, 98% of everything that's in this, I think we have covered. So if there's anything that you're wondering, anything that you're interested about, of course, leave a comment, let me know, ask any questions you would like to. This is very, very, very exciting indeed. I actually just want to quickly go in here actually before the game finishes and use the operator on this, because okay, so we have, that's like, that's Australia, that's Africa. I mean, I know where these places are. I'm just trying to think about what this is actually meant for. Trying to have a think, because there should be more post-it notes here if what we're looking at is where agents are from. Have a quick, oh wow, that's actually helpful. There's someone there and there's someone there. This is definitely an experiment. Obviously X01111. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How did this is literally the end of the video. Wow. Oh, that was so good. I'm glad that we found that at the end. If you're watching now towards the end, obviously, I'm glad that you were able to see that. But we're going to take a look at that later on, a bigger deep dive. But that was really, really fun. Just looking through everything and seeing what is available. That being said, though, of course, this is Valorant Hub, and I'm covering everything that's going on every single day, multiple times a day, as you are seeing from what I'm posting. So if you want to be up to date with everything, hit that sub button. And also, if you want to be up to date with things on a more, not personal level, I don't want to make it sound like that, but somewhat on a more personal level, and see me more so, of course, as per usual, my face cam is on my other channel. The whole video that you just watched, if you're on Valorant Hub, is available on Zaki number 2 with my face cam. So that being said, if you're on Zaki number 2, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for tuning in and stuff like that. We're like 200 and something subscribers, which is, like I say, considering that I haven't poured all my resources and efforts into this channel, it's awesome to see the growth that is coming, so I really appreciate it. But with that being said, if this video was interesting or helpful to you in any way, shape, or form, like, it's always very much appreciated. If you want to be kept up to date with everything happening in this game every single day, multiple times a day, this is Valorant Hub, and I have everything going on every single day. So if you want to be able to do everything happening, hit that subscribe button, keep notifications on. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you in the next Valorant video. And on Zaki number 2, thank you very much for being here. I do appreciate this. This part won't be on Valorant Hub. Thank you for being here. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.